Good morning. It is Wednesday, April 30th. Here's what we're working on. Halton police are investigating a deadly shooting in a Burlington parking lot.
Today is the last day to file your income taxes to avoid late penalties and any interest on amounts owing.
And the Battle of Ontario goes to Game 6 as the Sens shut out the Leafs. Good morning. Good morning to you, Adam.
Good morning to you as well.
Okay, Brian, you're back in your weather spot.
I'm back in my spot.
Yes.
My spot. My little, yes. Okay, back into regular things here today.
But not regular temperatures. Whoa. Is it cold out?
Yeah.
So I turned on the seat heater this morning.
It's a little on the chilly side this morning, isn't it?
I left the house with just a blazer because yesterday was so nice.
Yeah, exactly.
And I regretted it immediately. And you're right, heat seater.
Yeah, we are at +1.
Seat heater.
I was surprised I got it right.
It's going to be a day.
Hey, yes, welcome to Wednesday. It's only +1 right now, +1. Yesterday at this time we were, what, 13 degrees?
Yeah.
It was really mild. And we got to 26 with a humidex of 32 yesterday. Oh, but what a day yesterday. That wind was ridiculous. We had winds gusted in the afternoon to 92 kilometers an hour. I was chasing things across fields. It was like, oh my, where'd that barrel go? Wow. So I had to find that. But today will be much calmer. The winds are going to be light today. Thankfully, we've had enough of winds, but it is going to be cooler today. We're looking at about 13 degrees today, and that's about it. That's a little shy of seasonal for this time of year, but we will have the sunshine. There's a little bit of cloud cover right now, so mainly sunny skies, light winds, and a high of 13 for the day today. All right, we'll talk about that coming up. Looking at traffic, 403 and Waterdown Road usually start with our camera. That's doing okay, so nothing to see right there. Just a few MTO traffic cameras, Middle Road, Stoney Creek. On this camera, Toronto-bound lanes coming towards us, so nothing to see right there. Top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge, no, that looks good. Normal volume for this time of the morning, all doing fine. Even at third line on this camera, Toronto-bound heading away from us. So all looking good so far today. No volume. No collisions. We hope it stays that way, but we'll see. We'll look at weather and traffic coming up right now. The news.
Okay, thanks very much. Well, Halton police are investigating a fatal shooting in a Burlington parking lot. Simone Gavros joins us now from Fairview and Brant in Burlington with the latest.
Well, Annette, this happened here in the parking lot at a Mandarin, and right now police have cleared the scene, but this all happened around 8:30 last night. They got a call that a man had been shot here in the parking lot. As of right now, there have been no arrests, and police do not have a suspect description to share at this time. We are still waiting to get more details, as this is still a developing story. Now, again, the scene has been cleared here. It happened just behind me, but this is what the scene looked like yesterday night. Halton police had the parking lot roped off with police tape, and we're focusing on one black pickup truck. The back window can be seen shattered here with glass all over the ground. That's where police had a few of their markers on the ground for the investigation. Now, people were inside the Mandarin at the time this happened, just watching the scene unfold from the restaurant. Investigators believe that this was a targeted incident and say there's no risk to public safety. They haven't released any information about the victim, and police have not shared what the possible motive might have been. Now, we're still waiting to hear those updates from police this morning. I have reached out, and I'm hoping to hear back a little bit later, but police are asking anybody who may have dash cam footage between 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. to contact them. For now, things back over to you, Adam.
Thank you very much, Simone. Hamilton's mayor is being treated for an injury and may take a short medical leave. Andrew Horvath's office released a statement late yesterday afternoon saying she was in hospital receiving care after an accident. It doesn't say what kind of care or what kind of accident. It does say she is awaiting surgery and further assessment to determine the full extent of the treatment required. The release adds Mayor Horvath is in good spirits and in regular communication with her team.
Hamilton police are investigating the death of a patient at St. Joseph's Healthcare. Police say a woman was found unresponsive last Wednesday afternoon at St. Joe's West 5th campus on Hamilton Mountain. At the time, the hospital, which deals mainly with mental health issues, thought that the death was due to a medical episode. An autopsy showed the woman's death was not due to natural causes. Under protocol, that's why police were called in.
Electric Utilities is reporting multiple outages across Hamilton this morning. The first is near Sherman Avenue, with power expected to be back between 6 and 8 a.m. Another outage is affecting Deschain Avenue. Power is estimated to return between 7 and 9 this morning. And a third on Stevens Street should be restored by 7 a.m. Now, late last night, fire crews responded to a bush fire in Binbrook caused by downed power lines from the windstorm. Police say the area has been cleared. Hydro One is working to restore power in that part of the city.
The sexual assault trial of 5 former members of Canada's World Junior Hockey team is set to resume this morning in London after technical issues in the courtroom yesterday. The Crown was trying to show security footage from a bar the night of the incident in 2018 when the equipment started to overheat and malfunction in the courtroom. The judge dismissed the jurors for the day. Michael McLeod, Carter Hart, Alex Formington, Dylan Dubé, and Callan Foote have all pleaded not guilty to sexual assault in connection with an encounter at a hotel room with a woman. McLeod has also pleaded not guilty to an additional charge of being a party to the offense of sexual assault. Several cats abandoned carriers have been rescued in Niagara Falls. They had been left in a grassy area near Dunn and Cleveland Streets. The Niagara SPCA and Humane Society says some of them had been placed in plastic bins that had no ventilation. One of the cats was in labor delivering kittens. They are all now being looked after by the Niagara SPCA, who says once they're healthy enough to be put up for adoption. Election Canada, a latest report projects that the Liberals won a minority government under Mark Carney, 3 seats shy of a majority government. Ballots are still being counted late yesterday, with so many ridings so tight that recounts are expected. The Liberals and Conservatives had about 85% of votes, while support for the NDP collapsed. At the latest count, the Liberals won 169 seats in the House of Commons. The Conservatives have 144, the NDP 7, and the Greens have 1 seat. The Liberals are shy of the 172 seats needed to form a majority government. In Ontario, Premier Doug Ford has congratulated the federal Liberal leader on his election win, saying now it's time to get down to business fighting against U.S. tariffs.
At the end of the day, the people have spoken. I always say the people are never wrong when it comes to elections. And now we have to get back down to work and start moving forward and get big national infrastructure projects done.
Now, Mark Carney spoke with U.S. President Donald Trump yesterday, who called to congratulate him on his election win. The Prime Minister's office says the two have agreed to meet in person in the near future. That came the very same day that a White House spokesperson said the Canadian election, quote, does not affect President Trump's plan to make Canada America's cherished 51st state.
Well, let's take a look at sports. The Battle of Ontario rages on. Well, maybe rages is a bit of a stretch. The Leafs went into last night's Game 5 looking to finish off the Senators in the first round series. But here is a fun fact for you. The Leafs in the Austin Matthews era are 1-12 in closing out games in the playoffs. 1-12. That, my friends, is foreshadowing. We'll start you off in the second period. Thomas Chabot walks the line and lets go a wrister from the point, and it gets past the screen to Anthony Stoller's 1-0 Ottawa. Dun, dun, dun. Skipped midway through the third. Buds on the power play, but their power play has been struggling the last 2 games. Matthews turns it over. Gaudette and Cousins go in on a 2-on-1, and Cousins with a sweet goal to give the Senators a 2-0 lead. And that is where I shut the game off in hopes of getting just a little bit of sleep. The Sens would add a pair of empty net goals and shut out the Leafs 4-0 in Game 4, and now trail the Buds 3-2 in the series. And now the core 4 Leafs are 1-13 in closeout games. I'm not an expert, I don't think that's very good. Matthews isn't panicking just yet.
Here we are. We've been a good road team all season. I don't think there's any panic in this room. Obviously, we win 3, they win 2. It's the ups and downs of playoffs. We've been here before, and we're just going to put our best foot forward.
Let's head to La La Land, where the Kings were hosting the Oilers with their series all tied up at 2s in the second. Andrei Kuzmenko tips home a point shot to give the Kings a 1-0 lead. Still in the second, the Kings kill off an Oilers power play, but can't get the puck out. Evander Kane with the puck in the slot, and he fires it past Darcy Kemper to tie this one up. Jump to midway through the third, the Oilers out front. Arvidsson shoots from distance, but the rebound goes right to Matthias Janmark, who does not miss, giving the Oilers 2-1 lead. They'd add an empty netter to take a 3-2 series lead with a 3-1 win. Game 6 on Thursday in Edmonton. The Caniacs are going wild in Carolina, but they didn't have much to cheer about early as the Devils got out to a 3-0 lead in the first 10 minutes of this game. Not a good start, but the Hurricanes stormed all the way back to tie it up in the second. Svechnikov with a wrister from the point. What a comeback. This one, though, went into extras. And in double overtime, Carolina on the power play, Sebastian Aho with a one-timer from the top of the circle. The Hurricanes finish off the Devils and win the series 4-1.
It emerges. McKay plays it behind the net, out in front. Score! It's over! Halton off the one-touch feed. Vegas wins it in overtime.
What a finish. Brett Howden scores in overtime to give the Golden Knights a commanding 3-2 lead over the Wild in their first round series. Game 6 is back in Minnesota on Thursday, and I have a sneaky feeling this one is gonna need 7 games.
All right, it's 11 minutes after 6 o'clock. It is the last morning of April. We're so close to May already when we're looking at cooler temperatures for the day today. At least our temperature has come up a little bit. Here's the 403 in Waterdown Road. That's not no problem at the moment. Found it. Here's the QEW at Millen Road in Stony Creek. We're not seeing any problems right there, so things are moving along nicely. We have nothing to see. We'll go to some other MTO traffic cameras, go back into St. Catharines and see what's happening at the QEW in 405. Nothing there. Looking good as we head across the Skyway, but as you get off the Skyway, going past north of 2, well, that's the North Shore Boulevard camera, it's a little bit busier. Here's a look at the Ford plant. Nothing there. We'll flip ahead to Cooksville Creek. No problems on the roads right now. And no problems as far as my microphone is concerned at the moment either. So that's good. That's good news. All right, let's get to our temperature that we have at the moment. More good news. The temperature has come up a degree, 2 degrees right now, and we are about 2 minutes away from sunrise this morning. So we're going to see some sunshine there. So the winds are light this morning, thankfully, after those crazy winds that we had yesterday. Humidity's comfortable. But it is a partly cloudy sky to start our day. And for school today, we should hit 13 degrees. Now, I know that's a lot less than yesterday. We got to 26 degrees yesterday with a humidex of 32, but a lot different today. 13, light winds, thankfully, and a fairly sunny sky. All that nonsense from yesterday has pushed way off towards the east with that cold front that went through, triggering off the showers. Some areas got thunderstorms, but the winds were ridiculous, into the 90s yesterday. We're looking at more showers, thunderstorms possible for the day tomorrow. So enjoy the calm conditions and the sunshine for today. Here's what we're looking at for today. 11 and 9 for Niagara, a little better, 13 and 14 Hamilton and Brantford, 12 degrees for Peel and Toronto. Burlington will be a little on the cool side for today because of that wind off the lake. 5 and 6 degrees overnight, so a little bit milder tonight. Skies will be partly cloudy. And then tomorrow we are looking for a little bit of sun, but only just a little. And then there's that chance of showers and thunderstorms. A little cooler for Hamilton, but otherwise anywhere from 10 to 12 to even 16 degrees for Niagara for the day tomorrow. So out the door this morning, last day of April, partly cloudy. It's below seasonal to start a morning. We're sitting at 2, but we will see the sunshine for the day today. We'll look at the long-range forecast coming up. Annette, Adam.
Okay, thanks so much. Well, coming up after the break, we're going to say good morning to Emily with a preview of what she has in Chit Chat. And in business news, this is the last day for most Canadians to file your income tax return. Good morning to Emily Vukovic.
Good
Hello.
morning.
Hi, good morning. Coming up, a Grey's Anatomy star is finally getting their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And The Rock is almost here we go. The Rock is almost unrecognizable in a new movie. And later, I've got my one shoulder shirt on today because we are going to do an 80s dance to celebrate Mom.
I was going to wear the same outfit. I was going to wear the same outfit.
That was like
Marilyn.
my high school uniform in grade 13.
Yeah?
Yeah.
One in every color.
We did the bad jeans that were folded at the ankles and pinned.
The safety pins all the way up to like mid-calf. 80s were awesome. Anyways, that's what I'm doing today.
Okay, thanks very much.
I'm teasing my hair.
Yes.
Thinking
Get the
about it.
hairspray for that.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks very much. Okay, checking business news right now. In overseas trading, the Canadian dollar is up a couple of basis points to 72.24 cents US. Gold has dropped $41 an ounce. Crude oil is 67 cents higher, now trading under $60 a barrel. Midday trading in Europe, markets are up slightly in London, Frankfurt, and Paris.
Over in Asia, markets were up triple digits in Tokyo and Hong Kong, but down just a bit in Shanghai. North American stock markets closed higher yesterday post-election, and as investors saw reason for some optimism on hints that the Trump administration might soften the tariff hit to the auto sector. TSX gained 75 points, the Dow added 300, the NASDAQ closed 95 points higher.
Canada Post and the Canadian Union of Postal Workers are set to resume talks today before their collective agreements expire next month. Both have agreed to hold talks today and tomorrow with the help of a mediator. Negotiations were put on hold as they wait for the Industrial Inquiry Commission to review its key issues and provide recommendations before May 15th. The current collective agreement is set to expire May 22nd.
Two key deadlines could decide the future of Hudson's Bay. The potential buyers have until today at 5 p.m. to submit binding proposals to acquire Canada's oldest company or assets like the rights to its iconic Stripes brand. Those wanting to take on leases held by the 355-year-old department store chain or its sister Saks businesses must make binding bids by tomorrow. No word yet on formal offers, but the company's financial advisor has said there has been a high level of interest.
Another important deadline today is the last day to file your income taxes to avoid late penalties and interest on any amounts owing. The deadline for self-employed workers to file is June 16th, although interest on any outstanding balances starts after today. Late tax filers could see a 5% penalty on their balance owing and an additional 1% a month for each month they delay filing to a maximum of a year. Tax experts say still really important to file your taxes on time even if you can't pay the amount owing. Canada Revenue Agency expects to process more than 20 million tax returns this year.
Key economic data is set to be released today, offering a clearer picture of how the economy is performing. Stats Canada will release February's gross domestic product figures as well as its flash estimate for the economy in March. In the meantime, the Bank of Canada will release its summary of deliberations from earlier this month when it held its key interest rate steady at 2.75%.
The average cost of raising a child in Canada is getting close to $300,000. Experts say having kids is more expensive than ever, factoring in inflation, housing, and the cost of living. One expert says social media has a big impact on some parents with a lot of pressure to provide the best of everything for a child. StatsCan figures show that higher earners spend even more on their children, with costs exceeding $400,000 to raise a child to the age of 17.
Yeah, try raising 3 schnauzers. So expensive. I don't know how we do it.
You are amazing. Okay, we're taking a quick break right now. Brian is going to be back with your traffic and your 7-day forecast. Will it warm up?
Good Good morning and welcome to the last day of April, 6:24 on this Wednesday morning. The sun is up. It's been up for almost 10 minutes already. Here's a look at the QEW Highway 406. Nothing to see on the QEW. It's just still some pylons on the ramp there, as you can see, so some lingering construction. Nothing at the top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge. It's starting to get busier, so still looks good right there. Nothing at third line still. Sheridan going through Mississauga. We'll dip into the 403 and see if there's anything going on there. No, it all looks pretty good so far today, so no problems on the roads. Temperatures, a lot cooler this morning than they were yesterday morning. We're sitting at 2 degrees. At least we've come up to 2. 2 for Hamilton, Mississauga, 3 Toronto, and for Grimsby. So seasonals for this time of year. For a daytime high, we figure 15. We were way above that yesterday. Today we'll struggle. We won't get to 15. We'll hit 13. 5 for the overnight low. Those are our sun times and records for today. And for today for school, we should be 7 degrees by the first bell. Fairly sunny skies, and the sunshine will stick around for afterwards. And 13 is the daytime high today. And so that's where we're going, 13 today. Tonight we'll drop to 5 degrees, so a little milder overnight. Tomorrow we're going to see a little bit of sun as we get into May, but not an awful lot. Showers, possible thunderstorms for the day tomorrow, particularly in the afternoon. And then 13 on Friday. We struggle with the sunshine, but we'll have the showers and clouds. Sunshine comes back to us for Saturday and Sunday, but both days below seasonal. 9 on Saturday only, 13 on Sunday. Then we climb some sunshine back to Monday and Tuesday. That's your forecast. Annette, Adam.
Okay, thanks very much. Well, the world's tallest and shortest dogs have met. I'm going to let Adam take the rest of the story here, and somehow he will work in details of his dogs.
I'm going to fight the urge to do that. All right, Guinness World Records organized the play date between a Great Dane named Reggie and a Chihuahua named Pearl with the height of 3.59 inches. 4-year-old Pearl from Florida holds the title of the shortest dog living, while 7-year-old Reggie, who's from Idaho, is the tallest male dog living, measuring at 3 feet 3 inches, standing on all fours. And the two dogs were pictured getting along both indoors and outdoors during their date.
The comparison of the paws is amazing.
Reggie's a gentle giant, though.
Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And I wonder which one has the more annoying bark.
Oh, I think we already know the Chihuahua.
We already know what. It's Pearl. Both very cute, though.
I wonder what she's thinking.
It's like, I'm as big as this guy.
Yeah, I can take him.
I can take him.
All right, stay with us. More to come after the break.